Imagine every second of your fundraising journey, feeling like you're pushing an impossible boulder uphill, alone, invisible, unheard. Like no matter how hard you work, how many pitches you prepare, or how many leads you chase, the doors stay shut, the calls go unanswered, the deadlines loom bigger, and the weight in your chest just grows heavier. Because here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. This game isn't built so you win easily. It's built so you break. So the world tests you, measures your every move with silence, and the noise around you drowns out the fire inside. You feel trapped between the fear of failure and the lie that success is just luck, or timing, or knowing the right people. Meanwhile, your time drains, your energy wanes, and doubt claws at your guts, whispering, maybe this isn't for you. It's a dark place, where most give up, where many founders fade into invisible shadows, and the system keeps feeding on those dreams, offering empty hope wrapped in vague advice, hollow smiles, and tired scripts. But what if everything you think you know about fundraising is upside down? What if the rules you cling to, the best practices, the glossy playbooks, the polished investor pitches, are part of that illusion crafted to keep you small, to make you follow a path so worn and crowded that your real power gets buried under noise and sameness? The real truth, the hidden rulebook, isn't about cliches or checklists. It's about something radically different, something no standard guide will ever teach you. It's about rewiring your entire mindset, breaking free of the cage the system built around you, and stepping into an entirely new space. One where winners are not those who play safe or imitate, but those who dare to be radically themselves, those who burn so fiercely that the world has no choice but to notice. Fundraising is not just a process. It's a test of your sovereignty. Your will is your true weapon. Here's the brutal, unfiltered secret no one will say aloud. Investors don't just invest in your idea. They invest in the reality you create around that idea. They bet on the future you don't just describe, but live in every moment. And that reality starts way before you send that pitch deck. It starts with your inner story, your energy, your clarity about who you are beyond the product, beyond the hustle. Investors are hunting for fire, not excuses, for leaders who don't just sell dreams, but embody a future so electric it pulls money like a magnet. This means the first hidden rule of fundraising is this: own your story so completely that it becomes a force no investor can ignore. Not a rehearsed script, not a catchy tagline, but the raw, unfiltered truth of why you exist, what you refuse to settle for, and the future you will chase with relentless obsession. Next, understand this. Fundraising is not a numbers game, it's a connection game. Everyone talks about building a network, but few grasp the brutal reality that this network must be forged in fire, not just expanded in size. It's not about collecting business cards or LinkedIn contacts. It's about finding those few people who see your fire and burn alongside it. The investors who get you, truly get you, not as a pitch, but as a force that refuses to be tamed. These rare allies will move mountains to back you because they don't just want returns, they want to create a new reality with you. This is the second hidden rule. Be selective. Stop wasting time chasing every lead. Focus intensely on the few your soul recognizes, those who align with your vision, your grit, your refusal to bow. Fundraising is a dance of souls, not a checkbox of tasks. But here's a pitfall almost every founder falls into: impatience. The world will tell you to hurry, to close deals fast, to deliver overnight miracles. That's a trap. True, massive fundraising requires playing the long game with ruthless patience. You're building not just a capital stack, but a foundation of trust, respect, and shared vision. These bonds don't form in weeks or months, but in cycles of genuine engagement, where you nurture relationships beyond any immediate gain. Investors watch who endures, who evolves, who transforms setbacks into momentum. This is the third hidden rule. Eternal patience wins. It's not just about speed. It's about depth. It's about showing up over and over again, with clarity, humility, and unwavering resolve, until that moment when the door creaks open and you're the only one asking to walk through. Now here's an insight that flips the game. The problem is never just money. It's alignment. Investors don't just want to write a check, they want to join a mission. They want to connect their capital to a force that changes the status quo, that reshapes realities, that refuses to accept business as usual. So if your pitch focuses only on numbers, traction, and market size, you miss the pulse of what really moves money: transformation. Ask yourself, what system are you breaking? What narrative are you rewriting? What future are you unlocking that others don't even see yet? This is not about being trendy or safe. It's about being radical and real. The fourth hidden rule: invest in making your vision, the deep meaning behind your work, so magnetic that it rewires perception, shifts energy, and makes investors want to be part of the rebellion you ignite. But maybe the most overlooked, most dangerous trap is this: isolation. The system teaches you to compete, to guard secrets, to walk your path alone. That's the lie. Fundraising is not a lonely fight. It's a collective power move. The greatest breakthroughs emerge when misaligned brilliance meets aligned force, when founders, investors, and leaders refuse to settle for comfort and instead connect in ways that explode old limits and open new dimensions. So here's the fifth hidden rule: seek and build your autonomous network of rare minds. Cast off old ties to systems that grind you down and instead weave yourself into a fierce web of complementary power, people who challenge you, elevate you, and amplify your vision without swallowing your individuality. Together, you become unstoppable. Finally, let's talk about courage, the foundation that holds all these rules together. The courage to break the rules handed to you, to stand against the tide of mediocrity, to burn so hot that your isolation becomes your signal. Because fundraising is not about comfort or consensus. It's about burning brighter when the world tries to dim your light. It's about rejecting every safety net that stops you from leaping into the unknown. It's about knowing that failure is the cost of breaking free and still choosing to rise fierce every time. This movement, this hidden rulebook, stands for those who would rather burn than bend, those who refuse to be processed, packaged, and silenced. Those who know they are not here to fit into the system, but to transcend it. This is the awakening every founder and investor must embrace. Fundraising is not a transactional checklist. It's a test of your soul's fire and your network's strength. It's where exceptional individuals tear down illusions and build a new reality, layer by layer, connection by connection, choice by choice. If stuck in a cycle of frustration and silence, know this truth: your power is not gone. It's waiting to be unleashed through sovereignty, selectivity, patience, alignment, and courage. Once those 5 pillars come together, doors don't just open, they explode. Investors no longer hesitate, they move. Networks no longer fragment, they ignite. And the dream you once thought impossible becomes inevitable. So right now, in this very moment, strip away every limiting belief about what fundraising should be. Stop chasing the noisy crowds and start seeking the rare few who light your fire. Own your story so fully it burns through skepticism and boredom. Align with investors who share your hunger for real change, not surface-level gains. Build your network as a fortress of fierce allies, not a cluttered Rolodex. And above all, wield patience like a weapon, knowing that real power flows to those who endure with fire in their veins. This is not a path for the faint-hearted or the compliant. It's a call to the wild, the rare, the ones who know they're more than a position, more than a pitch deck. A call to embrace the fire inside, break every rule they've tried to hand you, and rewrite fundraising on your own bold terms. Because the world needs this new kind of leader now more than ever. The kind who won't settle, who won't stop, who won't just dream, but will build the future with relentless, sovereign power. If that voice inside you, that unbearable tension of knowing you were born for more, is screaming, don't silence it. Feed it, fuel it, and watch how fundraising stops being a struggle and becomes your greatest weapon for transformation. This hidden rulebook is here. It's waiting for those who dare. Will you be one of them?